Fix my shit on air. Get it. Ghetto. Alright, my mic on this shit. My mic sounds nice. Check one. Mic sounds nice. Check two. Greetings, all, and welcome back to another episode of What's reborG podcast. I am reborG. What's going on with you? Don't mind the hair. I got some scalp and oil gel. Some scalp treatment and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Got to keep it moisturized up there, man. Because this hair, when you get some hair, that shit, hair in general takes some work. Just like the rest of your body. You can't just lotion your face. You got to hit your hands. You got to get in between them joints. You got to lay. You got to bend them and rub that in. Then you got to let them loose and get in there between them knuckles and fingers, the back all the way. You got to do your whole arm from wrist to shoulder. Lotion your damn feet. Walking around here with chalkboard feet. That shit is nasty. All right. So, so don't mind this. It'll dry up. This, that, we'll be all right. What's been going on? Where the fuck have I been? Nothing, man. Just working a lot. Just working a lot, man. Just, because I'm wearing different hats. I'm not just the cook. I'm the dishwasher, and I'm the storeroom clerk. So when deliveries come in, I got to be the one to check them and put them in. I got to wash these dishes. I got to do prep work because unfortunately there's some sorry mother that work with me. So wearing many hats, got to be there for a lot of stuff. Last time I was off, I want to say was, the 27th or something like that. Something along those lines. Because I had a 4-day weekend after Thanksgiving. That Friday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, Friday to Monday. And with that time, I was just chilling. Thanksgiving, as usual, is cool. I like a good meal any damn way. So anyone that consists of people, putting their time and the most effort into, I'm here for it. We went over my aunt's crib. Shout out to her and cousin. Put on a good meal. Nice. We had, as old folks say, we had a nice spread of all that stuff. I always fuck with Thanksgiving, man. This is the time to eat good and chill with family. And, I'm for it. I mean, you could do this on Sunday dinners or Saturday night or Friday night. But, Thanksgiving, want to kick it with your family. The food was slapping. I ain't have to cook nothing. So I was going to be at work anyway. That's what I kind of feel bad about. Yeah, this wine is hitting. I ain't gonna lie. That junk tickled your boy taste buds a little bit, we gotta have our co-pilots up here. Wine. And over here, man, and the other controls is water. Get your water in. You need it, definitely. But yeah, man, the food slapped. Around this time, people be trying to rank Thanksgiving food items and what's your favorite, put these ones. It's tough money. Because it's like a good band for me. Like all the pieces mean something. I need the drums kicking, for my rhythm section. The bass joining in on that. I need the electric guitar doing it. I need the vocals from the lead, man. I need the piano or the keyboard to be hitting right. And it's just like the dish. How late do you stay up on that? No, I was done right before I left the chat. Yeah, Savannah. I gave it about 30 minutes. Yeah, I was cool. Ew, yeah, pops up in here. But yeah, they all hit for me, if you want to be honest. Collard greens with the turkey necks and the smoked turkey jowls. Yeah, that's all this stuff up in here. Got a lot of flavor up in here. I love greens. And let's go ahead and dispel this belief, because a lot of people don't eat like Thanksgiving items and they try to make it seem like they don't hit. Or why does it hit if you only having it twice out of the year? That's a fucking false narrative. I've seen people do that shit with macaroni and cheese. People always make macaroni and cheese. I don't care what event it is. I've seen macaroni and cheese at barbecues in the summers, baby showers, birthday parties. Like the people I know We have macaroni and cheese like it don't matter. We don't wait till Easter and Thanksgiving and Christmas to do it. Now, mac and cheese is just that it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Savard, it's definitely God tier. Apologies to those who don't eat cheese. I know some people, but we're gonna go to the other dishes too. Stuffing hit. Stuffing hit. You get the right one, man, and man, stuffing is a drop, man. I remember a quick military story. I remember it was like the first time I used a recipe card because I didn't know, because I had to make stuffing from scratch, like with bread and breadcrumbs and stuff like that. That was the first thing I followed on the recipe, made it to a T, put my little twist on it, and that shit hit. Because, the instructions was, you got to cut up your vegetables, your onions, your celery, and all that other stuff. You cut that up, saute it, because you got to saute it. Don't nobody want no crunchy vegetables in their stuffing, if they do have it in there. But, sauteing and mix it with the bread and the breadcrumbs with the right amount of moisture. But instead of using water, I put chicken base in it. And that right there, I said, oh, shit. And boy, that junk slapped. So stuffing is a drop. Even before I was doing that, I was cool. Buffalo mac and cheese is good. We can't serve that at Thanksgiving rise, but not around our way. But that it does hit. The different variations of mac and cheese hit. Now I'm gonna let y'all in on something. Us up north people like Virginia and up, because Virginia is half and half. I'll explain it a little later. But for those who had a Wawa's macaroni and cheese is actually all right. Fucked me up. Like same thing with like the Chick-fil-A mac and cheese. I said, whoa, this shit got the nerve to be good. Hold up, my nigga. It ain't up there with like my cousins or my grandma's mac and cheese, but I was just, whoa, shit, all right. But turkey hit. Yeah, come on now. Fried or baked. If you have anything else, green beans, rolls, and the crazy thing about rolls, homemade rolls hit, but somehow King's Hawaiian have found a way to have a pre-made roll be just as good as your mama's, our grandmama's. And that shit was crazy. Like that one kind of blew my mind. Those things they are like that. And the hot dog and hamburger, boy, them King's Hawaiian on some bullshit. But like the rolls, ham, back when I was eating pork, I ain't eaten pork since like 2004, 2005. Yeah, it was 2005. I stopped eating pork like that. But I used to eat ham. I ain't never eat no chitlins. I could never get past the smell, man. That smell is that's a unique smell. Like it's a smell that only associated with that, like being musty. Like not washing certain parts of your body's got different smell. Musty is a whole nother thing. That chitlin shit, I'm good on that. But when ham was there, that was cool. I ain't trying to eat too much of it because it was salty. Like, damn, don't you gotta apply? Most of this shit we seasoned. This was seasoned already. Oh shit. What else we got? What else did y'all be eating and shit like that? Mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes hit. I'm a fan of potatoes in general. So I'll even instant, I'll smack them up like that. Definitely. So let's not forget the unsung hero. Now, the unsung hero of that Thanksgiving is that gravy. Because I'm tired of people saying turkeys be dry. No, you just need to put some gravy on it. Cut it out. Put some gravy on it. You'll be all right. Don't give me that bullshit. And then it can slide over to the stuffing. And then you hit it with the rolls. Ooh. And then that junk just hit, man. Thanksgiving just hit. That's one of them times where everything got to be on point. Like everything. The only thing that could be all right is the turkey and the stuffing because you got the gravy, but because the gravy got to be on point. But yeah, most of all that stuff. And let's not forget about the sweet potato pie, the pumpkin pie if you mess with it. You know what? The crazy thing about potato salad, it is not that hard to make, but it is a process. Like you got to peel your potatoes, or if your family allow it, you can have ones with the skin on it. You got to peel them and boil them. You got to get that right off the top. Then you got to break them eggs down. Like the process is tedious as hell, but it's just when it's stuff like that, people ain't making the potato soft enough or not putting no salt and pepper in there. Because I swear to God, that's all you need. There's 4 things that you could put. There's a holy trinity. Because in the cooking world, they have a shit called mirepoix, which is used as the base for a lot of stuff. And it's onions, carrots, and celery, which they use. You know what I'm saying? You could boil, saute it down to a reduction where, it get real soft and damn near mushy. And that's when you can put your wine or anything you plan to glaze or get a sauce with. So for seasoning, it's salt, pepper, and garlic. Now, I know salt is considered like black people kryptonite, but when you're doing it excessively, everything in moderation, okay? You definitely need that seasoning. For those of you who watch Gordon Ramsay, he's a world-renowned chef. One of the guys, he's God tier when it comes to this shit. I'm not bullshitting. That is not for TV, yo. He like that in that kitchen, man. Like for real. For those who may not believe, because for the most part, people like, oh, okay, you look it. Even looking the part, I don't need to know. I know you got it. But some people just don't still be believing like the process that he went through and the journey and all that shit. That's crazy. But salt, pepper, and garlic. And if you want to, put a little onion powder in there too. Those 4 help you out. You only need the steps outside of that realm when you going like different places with the shit. Like you may need, if you're doing Italian, you're gonna need some thyme and some oregano. Yeah, you're gonna have to have those herbs to go with your Italian food. Mexican food, cumin. Cumin hits so well. I put it on regular stuff, but that cumin, you need that cumin for Mexican food, and it just all that shit. But potato salad ain't that hard. If you do what the hell you're supposed to do and follow the steps, you'll be fine. I don't know how. Now, y'all let me know, because y'all may not be cooks and y'all don't, been through the same thing. So it may be hard to like regular people. It may be. I'll cut those people a break. But yeah, all that shit hit, man. Cake. Ain't it crazy how red velvet cake just came in and just took over the game? It was like, it was like a little debate because you made like chocolate cake where you like the chocolate cake, chocolate icing, yellow cake with chocolate icing, white cake. Some people, they have their preferences. They may not like eat some of those. So red velvet came in and said, I'm the best. That just put on a suwu rag with the cream cheese frosting and took over the cake game. Now there's nothing you can do. Like they got cookies and all that junk. Maybe because most of the desserts we have came out before, like your cobblers hit too. Cobblers on that Thanksgiving tray, boy. That's something else also, man. For real. Thanksgiving the hit, man. But when you get into those, man, hey. And if anybody want to know, if you want to know how to cook something, man, message me, man. I'll help you, man. Trust me. I'm going to let you in on a little secret about cooking. This shit ain't that hard, yo. I swear, man. I swear. As long as you got some salt, pepper, and garlic, you're not afraid to taste it because you have to taste your food unless you don't eat it. That's when I felt good about my cooking, yo. When I made food that people said was good that I don't eat. Like people like when I cook up ribs, people be like, man, that junk fall off the bone, but it still got the ability to hold. And because sometimes when you pick up the bone, sometimes the rib just fall right off. I don't need it. You don't want to do that because you might well just have, why even give you on the plate on the bone if it was gonna fall off anyway? You should just took that shit out. But this one, I'm saying, it fall off the bone on bite. Okay, so that one, pork loin. I just got a good review on my pork loin from some of the residents at work. They said, "Oh, it was seasoned so well and juicy." People be using inflections and like giving you the enunciating words all the way through. It's so juicy and just it was just so tasty. I got one of those the other day too. It was the third It was Thursday. I was in the kitchen cooking, and the lady asked for a medium rare steak, and I fucked around and was doing something else and let it get to a medium. You know what I'm saying? So when they took it out to her, because I was already preparing to get another one to go ahead and make for her, because if she ain't do it, if she ain't like it, she could send it back. I'll start another one, no problem. But she told him to tell me that it was the best steak she had, even though it wasn't cooked the way she wanted it. She was like, I can, you made it possible for me to get my steaks just regular medium. I don't need medium rare no more. She was like, not that part, but she was like, I can now eat it. I can eat medium steaks if you're making them. And I said, how about that? Another part of it is, it may be that she liked me. I ain't gonna lie. These old women, man, they like that. They are very flirtatious. Every other day, somebody calling me cute or handsome. And man, it's a little different. I can't say I feel like a superstar or nothing like that, but it's definitely different. It has a different vibe to it because it's women you're not attracted to or you're not looking at like that. These are 70 and 80-year-old women. These are women my grandmother's age. So, and shout out to Granny. She had a good time at Thanksgiving, sitting there smiling and walking around with no glasses on. Grandma, you might have been drunk. Because we blind as a family. So why are you walking around with no glasses? Shout out to Patty. Patty's apple peach cobbler. Yeah, I should shout out to Patty, man. I ain't gonna lie, that's somebody food I want to cook. That's somebody food I want to taste, yo. I've heard rave reviews about her cooking throughout my life. Because Patty was still popping while I was coming up. For those who don't know, man, one of the best vocalists, period. As far as this singing goes, she still can sing a lot of these hoes under the table. Because, at a different time, it was more about the talent before they figured out they could do it for cheap. Because, don't take no offense to this. It's some singers that they have out there. They can't sing like, what we grew up with. Because beforehand, if you wanted to be a singer or you got famous in like the R&B world and stuff like that, you had to prove you could sing. Like actually carry a note. Even the white dudes. For those of you who are old enough, Michael Bolton could sing his ass off. Even though it was usually like a remade song. Man, he wasn't doing. Michael Bolton didn't have no original songs. Like it was just they just found songs that charted in the 50s and said, let's put his voice to it. They'll love it. And we did. We were all in it for Michael Bolton and his sweating and his horrible perm and all them veins in his goddamn forehead. George Michael can sing. George Michael was out there killing them. A lot of us, especially in the black community, love Careless Whisper. Yes, sir. Definitely love them some Careless Whisper. I know for sure. But yeah, it was just a different one, man. Patty was doing her thing. It was good to see her on the verses and a good segue to go into the verses that happened last week? Yeah, we had 3 6 Mafia versus Bone Thugs and Harmony. 2 personal favorites of mine. They're not in the top 5 as far as my groups are overall, but still personal favorites. Because I listen to so much shit. You shouldn't be offended if you outside of my top 5. I mean, I got love for damn near every artist. So, but these 2, I was really like, going out there purchasing. It won't no net. So for the most part, so you had to go out there and get it. And because you wanted to hear the whole album. The radio, they tried, on Fridays and Saturday nights, they tried to play tracks that weren't on, the rotation. Some DJs had that leeway, but for the most part, you're not gonna get the whole album. Because I had to look my damn self to find the Crossroads original beat, which one I like more than the one that they came out with the video and stuff. ain't nothing funnier than when I send the link out to the stream and people like literally like just answer it like I. One person told me they on the roll right now. I'm like, come on, man. I'm not telling you to drop what you're doing and look at my shit right now. I'm just letting you know that when you get a chance to watch, then here's the link, bro. My sister just told me give me a few. I'm cleaning up. Tamika, you don't have to watch like right now. It's just something for you, something to do when you get free. Because I don't ask people when they want me to stream and stuff like that. So. Back to this versus, man, it was good to see, man, because I fucked with both groups real heavy, man, real. And they ain't in the limelight, so it ain't gonna be like people gonna be out there pushing their music like that. And it was just good to see. Love Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. They came with that staccato, with the rapid flow and harmonizing with the singing and stuff, man. It was very unique. Eazy-E knew he had something special. And that's kind of fucked up that he didn't get to, see that through to fruition, because it's about time they came out. He died before the real first album even dropped, I want to say. So that's crazy. But they was always cool. I'll always fucked with them. I even bought Busy Bone solo album. No, I didn't get Crazy or Lazy, but the net was out there, so I did take a listen. It was okay. Lazy with the L Burner joint. Shout out to Wish. No, it's Flesh. Flesh is the one that always. It was like right before they came out with their albums, and like when they came out with the singles, Flesh was in jail. Flesh been in jail for a couple of times, my nigga. Like, hey man, I don't know about the rest of their gangster, but this dude here, he's about that life, because he's willing to risk freedom to pass up on all this shit. Because when they talk about Bone Thugs and Harmony, he's not mentioned among them like he should be, because he is a part of the group. He's got tracks up there, all that shit. I want to say that's Crazy Bone's brother or something like that. And 3 6 Mafia was so ahead of their time, using those eerie, like horror beats and putting the drums to them to mix it in with the DJ Paul and I forget Lil Arm. And Juicy, look, DJ Paul is Lil Arm. DJ Paul and Juicy J, man, they genius. I'll say. Did some shit nobody heard of, then took it. They didn't win a Grammy for their music. No, excuse me, an Oscar. My apologies. But they done been awarded for their stuff. So that just lets you know how good, how funky that production is. Then I fuck with everybody in the group. Fuck with Crunchy Black with his flow. Come on, man. You can't text me during the middle of the street. Yo, man, Slide is horrible, man. I hate that dude to no end, man. But they were just killing it, man. I fucked with Gangsta Boo, Lord Infamous. Ooh. Crunchy Black with the dancing. He used to shuffle and get his gangster walk on. Coops the nigga. He was doing this thing. Why is everybody texting me? Why is everybody texting me now? Do you know my niece had the audacity to text me, are you going to pay me to watch this? And I mean this with all my heart, Simone, because I love you to death. Am I going to pay you to watch this? Fuck no. Hey, I pay for your Xbox Live subscription. I think that should be enough. The fact that you haven't had to use your own money to play online on Xbox. I think I've paid enough. Okay? You should want to support your uncle. You don't have to watch it. Just drop a like on it, That's sad. I gotta say that. No, I'm playing. But no, ain't anybody paying you to watch this shit. Gangsta Boo, LaChat, definitely. T-Rock from the early days. T-Rock used to be running stuff. What up, Night Vision? Let's not forget a personal favorite of mine and a lot of the homies. Let's not ever forget about the great Project Pat, man. Oh, man. Woo. When will the Headband Legacy end? I still got like 6 more that I haven't even taken out of the package yet. So, yeah. No, 7. Because I forgot I got that other one too. So, I mean, it'll never end. The crazy part is I don't go outside like this with this headband on a lot of times, for real. And I think I should. But I usually don't. I meant to change my fucking earrings too, and I didn't. Ah, damn. Ooh, thirsty, man. God damn. That jump packed a punch. That did me righteously. Woo. Woo. Yes. That's the best way to put it, Night Vision. Project Pat is an underrated street goat. I don't know nobody that don't fuck with him, yo. Sipping on that polymoose song like it's sweet Kool-Aid straw with an automatic gun. Don't you violate. Oh, shit. Project Pat out here. That's down for his crown, man. Yo, Out There is one of my favorite songs of all time. If I had to put a top 10 together, I would be shocked if it wasn't in there. Blood to my lips, gun on my hip, rocks in my socks, pocket full of chips. Yeah, man. Yeah, he was the drop, man. And one of the only artists to ever have a song called Good Googly Moogly. Yo, Project Pat, man. Yo, man, you a legend in these streets, bro. I'm telling you right now. Because one thing about the verses that I really didn't care for was the fact that the audience just didn't seem to be all the way in it. Man, they're just holding up phones the whole time, man. Put that shit down, man. I mean, I know you want to capture the legacy and shit like that, but YouTube is also doing that. So, and who gives a fuck other than your 8 friends that you went to go see it live? We watched it live. It's damn near we watching the same shit. So, they won't into it. I know one place you could have sent them VA, because I know plenty of people who fuck with both groups. We would have lost our fucking minds in that shit. Probably would have fought in the crowd too. That nigga Busy Bone, man. I'm telling you right now. Do you know the funniest part about it? Nobody was shocked. For those of us who know Bone Thugs and Harmony and have been here the whole trip, we already know. He's a loose cannon. He's unpredictable as shit. We just know what it is. We're not shocked. And it doesn't offend us because we know that's just who he is. This is his character. For those of you who have never listened to the legendary Busy Bone radio interview, for those who thought I signed to B2K, and the radio host said, man, so you just out here walking around like a nomad. He said, no, not, yeah, kind of. You know what? Nomad. I like that word. I ain't mad. Oh, man, just look up Busy Bone interview. I guarantee it's got to be up there. So it's very hysterical. So it was always like that. So it was just good to see. But I just wanted the crowd to be more into it because the crowds for the New York dudes, the Locks and the fucking Dipset, they were fucking losing their minds. And to take it a step further, the crowd for KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane, they was losing it. And them niggas ain't had a hit in a long time. And they was still losing their damn minds out there. Kane's still a smooth motherfucker, man. I can't lie, man. This just, man. I always marveled at him as a kid because I was like, I ain't going to be able to be that smooth. I know, and I'm not. Even if I was to try, y'all would be like, man, I know you uncomfortable. Hell yeah, nigga. This ain't my smooth, man. Y'all leave that to the boy Chapo. Y'all leave that to Remy or something like that. Y'all leave that to Slide or Black Man, Smoking Joe. Y'all leave that to them. They can be smooth like that for real, for real. My shit is on, I got to take another approach. My homie Bad News Birdman in here. He get clean. Like that's a dressing motherfucker right there too, man. Like, there's some homies in there. I know my fits be all right. And shout out to the homie 3MG for the shirt, because I love villains anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? The horror villains is like that, even though none of them scare me. But, you know what I'm saying? It's still sauce. But, my shit all right, but it ain't to the level of some of the others, bro. And kudos to you. I always give props to people who can do some shit that my black ass can't do. Let me put this phone on silent because this junk is interrupting me. But yeah, it was cool to see the verses, man. And before that, it was Shaka Khan and Stephanie Mills, who both look good for their age because they in their 60s and stuff, and they was looking good. They was looking hittable, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. That's not my thing to go out here and chasing the great bush, man. But man, they was looking all right, man. I gotta give it to them. and I enjoyed it. And they was pretty cool, even though Shaka looked like she might have been a little inebriated. She was still cool. I always got love for Shaka. I have to because my dad was a big fan, so I had to. And don't worry, these ain't gray hairs or peas and nothing like that. This is my scalp treatment that I put in there. It ain't soaked all the way in yet. Hair stuff. Unless you voluntarily bald. I used to do that. I ain't even gonna lie. When I was a kid, I did. That's how big Michael Jordan was, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I can't speak for other kids, but for me, Michael was so cool. Bald head? Oh man, I can fuck with that. Yeah, I was voluntarily bald back in the elementary school days. But then that fad kind of left by the time I got to middle school, and it was all Caesars. Yep, for the longest time, from like 6th grade all the way till I got out the military. Let me get a number 1 flat in the back. That's all it was. That was it. Because my mom won't allow it, so she allowed me to get an afro, but it had to be kept. Like it had to be pristine at all times. And man, that's a lot of work for a teenager. I'm out here trying to score these buns, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's what that is, all that break. Yeah, shout out to the ladies because I saw another one of those Pass the Mics with DJ Cassidy where they come in, they bring the original artist in there to sing a verse from their song and then they pass the mic to the next legend who had a hit and stuff like that. Man, those are enjoyable, man. Nice nostalgic shit. I've really been on some nostalgic shit all week for real. Watching the old Michael Jackson clips. Yo, man. For those of you out here thinking that Drake is better than Mike, please stop the shenanigans, man. The madness has to end, bro. Y'all got to stop, man. And the one thing I hate when I got to compare people, I ain't trying to put down the other person. But come on, man. Sometimes you just got to put people. Mike is on another pedestal, man, that ain't no rapper fucking with. No rapper is fucking with what Mike has accomplished, man. On any level. Musically, any of that shit. I mean, come on, man. Thriller is the highest selling album of all time. Like, and it's so bad that people are still continuing to buy this album. I don't know what he streams or what he gets on plays on apps, but I'm pretty sure that shit is still high as hell. He was the king of pop for a reason, okay? And y'all got there to try to say this dude has been, man, he ain't even the best rapper ever, okay? Let's be serious, man. He checks a lot of boxes. Don't get me wrong. Drake is sauce. But, that best ever shit, man. Better than Mike. Do you know Mike was on national television at 6 years old, charming and entertaining the nation, money? That's already. He got a mile lead on you right there. You can't catch him on that. I just said it the other day, man. He spent 5 years of his life unfamous out of the whole thing. Like at 5 years old, man, he was showing out in front of Berry Gordy, the legend, Motown, the Hitsville. He had so much charisma and so much talent. Berry Gordy was like, shit. You know what we can do? And he can dance? Wow. Because you got to remember, Mike couldn't just sing. Man, he was down in the diaphragm singing as a little boy, man. So I'm sorry. Don't take this wrong, Drake or Drake fans. But man, don't put him in there. Because he ain't fucking with Prince. He ain't fucking with Whitney. He ain't fucking with Mariah. There's a couple of them, James Brown, Ray Charles, just the legendary shit that they did. I'm sorry, man. I mean, they kicked open doors so you can be comfortable at where you're at. But yeah. And to be fair, let's put some white people in there. David Bowie, what's his name? Freddie Mercury. White people love Elvis, my nigga. I'm sorry. I don't give a the Beatles. Madonna. It was like that. Who else got another movie? Elton John. Man, there's some legends out here, bro. I'm sorry, man. Nothing compares, okay? Celine Dion got so famous off one song, she didn't even have to do the shit no more. People are paying thousands of dollars to go watch her in Vegas sing the same song she was singing when they watched the Titanic before they bought the tickets. So people want to be near, far, wherever you are for the rest of their lives, man. They are not playing, man. And there's some, there's some songs that don't reach that status, man. Because Adele got shit like that. But I mean, there's some legends in the game that don't even get mentioned. So let's just chill. How was the concert? The Kanye and Drake one? How was it? I didn't watch it. Didn't even know it was on. What was it? Thursday night? I had no clue. Well, a concert on Thursday night. Man, people got to go to work. Friday night, it would have been like that. But they so popular, people didn't give a fuck. Like me, even if it was in the area, I'm not paying that money to go to that concert, man. I got to be at work at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, man. Hell no. I only would have stayed up if it was for somebody like Kevin Garnett or one of them legends I mentioned and shit like that. It would have to be somebody I really fuck with for me to, skip out on sleep because I need my sleep. But that's cool. If any, how did it go? I heard Kanye jump was all right, and he was doing like a best of type jump. And they said Drake was doing this album, his recent one, is Certified Lover Boy. And then he did some cool. He went out there and told the Grammys to drop both of his nominations. Because I want to say best rap album for Certified Lover Boy and I'm Too Sexy for best rap performance. That video was funny. It served its purpose. And anytime you see Kawhi outside a basketball court is entertaining anyway. So I think they had a chance. As far as rap album, I'd be dead ass. Donda ain't even one of the best rap albums. Nas with King's Disease 2, I listen to it. I understand it. And Tyler, the Creator's album, that shit should win, hands down. That was one of the best rap albums I heard this year. And to be honest, it's been a couple. West Side Gun, Hitler Wears Hermes, Bodie James, Bo Jackson, Kai, Martyr's Reward. What was the other? The Mick Jenkins just dropped something that was sauce. Murray. It was a couple. It was been a couple. Let's not forget Mock Hami, Pray for Haiti, which I think is rap album of the year for real. Rock Marciano, I'm sorry. I know there's a couple artists that y'all don't fuck with or listen to like that, but I'm telling you right now, I've heard that albums. Even Donda, Donda wouldn't make my top 10. Even though shout out to Fabio Foreign for having a good verse. I already enjoyed his music, but it looked like he wasn't in this bag. Somebody told him, we need you on because they always got corny names for other styles of rap that they don't do. Like when they say rapidy rap or lyrical miracle. I hate all them goofy ass ones, but you have to say it because it gives people a better understanding of what you're saying. Because they be trying to down that shit. Man, ain't on that lyrical miracle shit. Man, maybe you should try it. Shit. Ain't nothing wrong with no bars. Shit. But he was mainly like a flow, kick it type jumper. He got on his bars in this flow game like real. It was like stuff that he was in a bag that he wasn't usually on for real. It was kind of like, and this is another great Kanye contribution. Y'all remember how hype people was when Paul Wall killed it on Drive Slow? It was like everybody was like, my nigga, that's what I'm talking about. Even people from up north who didn't listen to Houston rap and down south rap. Didn't know nothing like that. Then we was out there. It was like, because I want to say we was in the desert when it dropped. Yep. We was in Qatar when it dropped. And the boy Yah from Jersey, he was like, yo, man, he did his thing on that, yo. Like, for real, yo. I ain't know Houston dude was like that. I said, yeah, man. Give him a chance, my nigga. Not everybody that raps is from New York, my nigga. I'm sorry. And that goes for other places. Not everybody's from Cali, man. Go out here and branch out. There's some sauce out there. Get on it. Before you miss a chance on some sauce and shit. But that's a good thing about nowadays, that you can always catch some shit. And like, you can ask me what I'm listening to, and it probably won't be nothing close to what you're listening to. But we can both exchange that information and hear it. Because my homie Goo just sent me a track from and I ain't listened to it yet. What's the name of this dude? This dude named Ron Suno and Dusty. It's called The Grabber. So I'm gonna check that out. I was waiting on one of the moments where I sit down, because I'll be honest with you, when it comes to like albums and stuff like that, like a track, when it comes to a suggestion or something like that, I like to sit down, chill, maybe have a drink or something like that, just sit down so I can listen. Because I like to just sit down and listen and gather everything in there, because, I'm just trying to catch the beat and the rhymes at the same time. I'm trying to listen to those, catch his rhyme pattern, see what type of similes and metaphors he may come up with, his wordplay, how he enunciates the words. Then I got to check the beat, what the drum pattern look like, what else is playing. Is it going to have a break? Is this going to be the same beat the whole time? What type of bop am I going to get to it? So, it takes me I do go through that whole process when I listen to shit. So sometimes before I can judge an album, it will take about 2 or 3 listens before I can give it its just due. Now, sometimes tracks stand out and they do their thing on first glance. Man, what's that? Man, I can't remember. It ain't Love All from Drake, and it ain't Pound Cake. Is it Talk Up? Light Up. Drake got one with Jay-Z that's a crazy jump. And it's the song that people usually go to when they, the one that they go to when they say Drake like that as an artist. And it's a crazy song. I can't remember what it is. But that one, it only took first listen. That was enough. Yeah, I was in. When I listened to Mock Homie and he had that jump with West Side Gun, man. Whew, Conductor be killing shit. Just like that Tyler jump, Mr. Bollier or whatever the title track is, the very first jump, where he used the beat that was on West Side Gun, Michael Irvin on Fly Guy 2 or Fly Guy 3. I don't know. He come up with so many damn projects. Illegal Search and Seizure by Bodie James. When I heard that, I knew what was up. Sometimes you can hear a song in an instant and you're going to be like, rotation. Like Magnolia is one of them songs. I'm gonna love that song forever. Like Cardi came up there and he grabbed me. He grabbed me by the ears and he said, "You're gonna listen." I ain't mind it. I'm here to listen. But man, speaking of that verses, we gotta talk about that fight, man. Apparently, Bone or Busy Bone at that was really putting Swizz Beatz through it, because he was tweeting a lot of messages about some shits that was going on. What's up, Ken? A lot of the shit Busy Bone was doing, being his loose cannon self. But we got to tighten up, man. We can't be doing that shit. I'm glad they squashed it, was able to, perform and get their thing, go through the rest of the show and not get shit canceled and lose no bread. So I was good on that. But y'all got to chill, man. Next couple of artists, man, y'all got to relax, man. We can't have this shit, man. We can't lose this. We finally getting a couple of platforms where we can take players and guys from back in the day and give them their time to shine. Versus and Drink Champs and all the smoke and stuff like that is really giving a platform to the stars of yesteryear. Because we got to keep them uplifted. Even if they're not popping no more, we have to respect them for what they contributed. Even if you won't hear to see it, at least look and see what it was. If you don't fuck with it, oh well. But at least give it a chance. So let's not fuck this up and let it fall in the wrong hands because I ain't got time for no Backstreet versus NSYNC versus. I ain't got time for that shit. Versus Nuclear Kids on the Block and shit like that. They can do 3 artists. Man, I'm telling you, if it was white artists, I could set this shit up, man. I'd kill this motherfucker. No lie. The only bad part is like you just don't want to. The only bad part is you can't use people that passed, you know, because you know a white versus that I know black people would accept with no problem. Adele versus Amy Winehouse. I know y'all wouldn't have no problems with that. I guarantee that shit. But Timberlake versus Bieber. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I'll watch it, but I ain't gonna be in full support. Christina and Britney. Then I ain't no problem with none of their music in Jordan. Christina, another one of them voices like Aretha. Christina can fucking blow like a black chick. She can go in, yo. She goes high. And speaking of fucking people who can sing, Jacquees, ain't you supposed to be the king of R&B? And you couldn't handle the national anthem. Tisk, 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 sir. The king of R&B could definitely sing the national anthem. I'm sure of it. For those of you who haven't watched it, Marvin Gaye did the national anthem for NBA All-Star Game, and it's considered one of the best Star Spangled Banner performances of all time. Then Whitney did her thing at the Super Bowl. That's just that. And like I said earlier, dude, you got an okay voice, but let's be real, my dude. You're not fucking with Luther, man. Cut it out, dude. You're not even fucking with the dudes who didn't make it for real, for real. You're not fucking with them. You're not fucking with El DeBarge. You're not fucking with his brother Bobby. On the vocal side, those was 2 crazy vocalists. Falsettos, amazing. Like, come on, bro. You ain't even fucking with nobody like Barry White, James Ingram, Tevin Campbell. You know, my nigga, we come from an era where them vocals was put out in the front, my nigga. So if you want to call yourself the king of R&B, cut it out, man. You ain't even popping like Bobby Brown. I can understand confidence, but blind confidence, the king of R&B. Like when Whitney said that shit about Bobby, we was like, well, not today, but that My Prerogative run, yeah, man, that's really R&B heads won't doing nothing like that, man. And Bobby Brown can sing too. Shit. Tevin Campbell was so sauce. Niggas was looking for a Powerline album. For those who don't know, Powerline was the main attraction in the Goofy movie. It was the main reason Max fucked over his pops. This nigga trying to bond with his son and spend time and go camping and shit like that. And he want to go see the Powerline concert. And I'm gonna take you a quick trip. This is what my mind be fucking up movies. I ain't even gonna lie. Cause I always think logically about shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck couldn't y'all just go camping and you tell your pops we can end the weekend off going to that? And then we can go back to the site. Just let me peep this concert, my dude. We good. He ain't have to lie about nothing. It's in the same, yo, man, let's just do a camping trip around there. But, let's not get into that. This is how this fucked up thing works up here. But Tevin Campbell was the voice of Powerline in the Goofy movie. And he was so sauce. He sold the soundtrack, my nigga. That was another legend going platinum in his teens. Can We Talk will forever be a bop in the black community. It's so big that white people had to know what it was. It's a song that they know that they've never heard or looked for. Because we all got those songs that you hear at work or when with coworkers and stuff like that. If you don't listen to shit like that, like Let's Get Retarded, Let's Get It Started by the Black Eyed Peas. I heard it one time. I won't check it for it, but it was every fucking where. So in their community. Just like Can We Talking. He can still sing. Man, Quincy Jones kind of, I don't know. I'm not going to put it all on him, but somebody shysted homie. Because as soon as he's got grown, it was like, we have Usher now. He can dance. They just got him the fuck up out of there like a fart. But yeah, man, cut that shit out, man. Stop saying, man, y'all just be wanting to be kings and legends so damn quick without putting the work in, my nigga. Like, come on, man. Somebody else putting the work in for you? Because even if, you know, it used to be like kid kings like back, you know, centuries ago and shit like that. But that's because they pops was like that and they was part of a lineage. Man, you ain't, man, I'm telling you right now, one hit don't make you no legend, my nigga. Okay? One good season in the league ain't gonna make you no legend. I'm sorry. One platinum album barely makes you a legend, depending on who you are. Because it was people were buying albums then, so going platinum was just, you know, gold was just a part of the thing, you know. Even if you ain't really put all that shit out there. Like, what was Hammer's second album? Was Too Legit to Quit the name of the second album? Ghetto Podcast. Let's look. And don't worry, guys, for those of you who are looking for some sports, I'm off on Tuesday. Got that episode just for you. So you can save this shit and you might not listen to it and save it for next weekend. And you can get 2 episodes. Yeah. The second album was done well. It's not God. Man, Feel the Power don't count, man. Man, won't nobody check with that. That was an independent joint. He was selling out the crib. Okay, Too Legit to Quit was his third album. And see, it went triple platinum. Sold 5 million copies. But people was trying to say he won't it no more. And then he hit us with the Funky Headhunter. Nevertheless, the album eventually certified platinum. So he went certified platinum on an album people weren't really fucking with. Because It's All Good was cool. And he went back to black people. And once you leave us without this keeping the connection, yeah. Yeah. Because he came out with Too Legit to Quit, and we was like, all right, we got you, my G. We got you. It's huge. It's humongous. Big production. You spend a lot of money on this. But once white people got a hold of it, you can't touch this. They won't let Hammer go. He was done. He was the cash cow, and they got the most out of him. But, you know, but Hammer's a legend. Because I don't give a fuck what nobody say. He grabbed the world. he made the whole world listen to him. So you had to take note of that. We were talking about that last weekend, me and the homie, my homie Black Man, my homie Wood. We was like impactful rap songs. And it was funny because my boy Wood, I didn't know he was this much of a nigga, but he was just coming up with so many nigga songs. That was only hot. That was only hot among us. Because if you're thinking about impactful, you got to think about like people who sell. Because nigga, it's not just one group of people listening to this. Everybody's listening to this. So you got to include that. So you're going to have a song, I don't know, that, you know, is like popular as shit. Kind of like NWA. Like you got to have like Straight Outta Compton, the song is something that you have to have as impactful because it was the album white parents didn't want their kids to listen to, but they were going out in droves buying this shit. Like they were defying their parents to you know, listen to this. And I don't know how many of y'all grew up, but it wasn't no music that I wasn't allowed to listen to. I could listen to whatever I wanted to. So just to think about the fact that this was an album that album in a group that they didn't want them to listen to, and they gave them the total fuck it and did it anyway. Like that impactful. Like MC had You Can't Touch This was a hit, but it didn't it was. That's what I meant to say. I wasn't going to use that song, but I'm gonna say You Can't Touch This was the one that kind of like opened the doors for hip hop. Like it gave them, it was light medicine. It was the rapper that their parents didn't mind them listening to. But here goes Hammer. He's wholesome. He dances. He does commercials with his friends with their crazy hair. Look at those dance moves. They are something else. It lightened it, and it gave other rappers a chance behind it because Vanilla Ice had a hit, but he wasn't doing what Hammer was doing. So that's why. Like, let me think of another song. Like "Whoop There It Is a big hit. It was a big hit. But ain't no cultural impact in it. It ain't no impact in it for real, for real. It was just a party joke, just something that they play, whoop, there it is and shit. It made a commercial to show how big of a hit it was, but as far as impact, nah. We ain't got no impact. Like Jay-Z's Hard Knock Life song is impactful because it kind of opened the floodgates. It was like, oh shit, we can really like this we can really get into the street shit for real, you know what I'm saying? Like it brought it up there because it was popular, but we were pushing that more or less. Like Illmatic was critical acclaim. He ain't no hits up there. And just taking that next step, But that's another discussion for another time, man. Don't forget, guys, we're talking esports. So if you got any suggestions on your unsung people, we're going basketball first since 'tis the season. But Tuesday we're gonna go back in there. We're gonna have sports, and I'm gonna have a story time. Since my homie, his son is playing in the state championship game today, I gotta tell y'all about my state championship journey. I didn't contribute a lot to it, but it's still a good story to tell. So appreciate y'all being here. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Very, very thankful for everybody coming out using the chat, And if you're watching this later, I appreciate that, man. Just continue to watch and support. I'm going to keep cracking out these episodes, man. Y'all be beautiful. Later.